18th October.
8th December, Your Lordship. The report is dated 16 November, but we have filed it on 18. Lordship,
8th December.
Lordship is. Lordship, the relevant page starts from page 2. The steps taken by the government. So far the city was concerned.
This is 18th October.
If your Lordship comes to page 2, it starts with report. The state has addressed the issue of new projects in New Shillong Township, Tura, Joy, Nongpo.
This is for both the communities or only Khasi?
But the scope has been widened now, my lord.
Yes,
And now it is proposed to deal with all the communities.
all the communities, yes.
In one crematorium. In one crematorium.
No, my lord. But for different communities, different crematorium.
Crematorium,
In your report, new projects.
Lordship,
Setting up of electric hybrid crematorium. This is the first one, New Shillong Township.
Lordship, yes.
Is it for Khasis only or for all communities?
This was basically, Your Lordship, so far, because the initial order was only for crematorium, Lordship. This was basically for indigenous Khasis and Hindus. Crematorium was specifically for them.
And Hindus?
That's
Both?
Yes, Lordship.
My lord, these are basically government-run electric crematorium, my lord. So anybody who desires to cremate, my lord, they can come. But practically what is happening, my lord, the indigenous Khasi, they prefer to go to their own crematorium, my lord. They don't want to come to electric crematorium, my lord.
But if your Lordship comes to page 4, so far Shillong city is concerned, so we have given a specific finding on clause 3, Lordship. Existing electric crematorium at Jhalupada, Shillong. One existing electric crematorium with 2 furnaces is at Jhalupada, Shillong. The crematorium is run by Greater Shillong and Mortuary Society and is at an operational till date. So we also. So when the scope was expanded, now we needed data. The amicus was directed by this Honorable Court to collect data as to where state needs to address. And what are the,
But it's a very arduous task for him.
absolutely,
And
Lordship, that's
then
what.
the state should pay remuneration.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a very important
Remuneration and
public cost.
reimburse costs and expenses of travelling.
Because 12 districts, because what I, if I may propose, my lord, there are 12 districts in Meghalaya, my lord, and there are blocks. The blocks will be 40 or 50 blocks, my lord. And this has to be assessed at the block level, my lord. If not at the village level, at least at the block level, whether every block has proper crematorium or not, my lord. Because they cannot bring dead body to Shillong or to Tura, my lord. Those who are living in remote areas, my lord.
Lordship, that was one of the reasons for the last 7 months. My learned friend has been asking for time and we have been accommodating. And if there is another further request, Your Lordship will
Please
accommodate.
ensure that the remuneration which the
Yeah,
court
absolutely.
grants
My lord, what I propose, my lord,
is sanctioned by the finance department and he is paid.
Yeah, absolutely. If there
my
comes,
lord, what I propose, my lord, what I'm finding, because I tried to contact all the people, my lord, they are not able to give, my lord, if a direction comes from your lordship, my lord, that at every block level, a public notice be issued, let the stakeholders come and that the BDO submit a report to this honorable court, which blocks have the facilities, which blocks require, and which blocks they do not require, my lord. Because for amicus to collect and collate this data, it appears to be difficult, my lord.
as a Lordship, the amicus can coordinate with the respective deputy commissioners of different districts.
Well, why state can't do it? Putting on amicus, my lord, that is very difficult to
Lordship,
understand also.
the state is never shied away, Lordship. It was the amicus who took up the responsibility. This is falling for the first time that state will take up. He had undertaken almost 7 months back that he has submitted the data. And if there needs to be something adjusted, Lordship, as a public cause, we can always accommodate.
The head of the district is the district magistrate.
But district magistrate has given a report, my lord, but that report is neither here nor there, my lord. I'll take a lordship to he has only counted how many places are there, and especially for the Christian community, my lord. He has not examined or not analyzed where it is required, where it is not required. And because every district is a large district, my lord, in Meghalaya, if it is done at a block level, my lord, the block development officer is directed by lordship to convene a meeting, every block, my lord, and to notify the stakeholders, fix a date for meeting, and there they can discuss, examine the requirement and submit a report, my lord.
Let's call for a report from the head of the district magistrate after he holds a meeting with the BDOs. Yes. The video will become. They're called district commissioners.
Yeah, deputy commissioner come district. They have been district person. Chief, that is yes. Cut. This is component.
You be assistant the DC with you.
You put double blame on me. You say whatever to put.
But now he's saying that the
Why are you getting personal?
trustees want a separate place.
You do the same thing every time. My lord, what I propose, my lord, the DC, because otherwise what they do, they'll enlist and send a report, my lord. That will not serve any purpose. They should hold a proper meeting, my lord, of the stakeholders, discuss with them, identify the issues where it is required, my lord, and then submit a report.
Let the amicus assess the lordship then. Maybe he'll.
Well, for me to go to 12 districts, my lord, kindly appreciate, my lord.
No, but if that is not the lordship, only the state takes up the responsibility. How do we?
All right, so my lord, the state is insisting on me, my lord. Kindly relieve me from amicus, my lord, in that case.
We will try to make your work as reasonably suitable for you as possible.
But if I travel to 12 districts, my lord, I have to leave my profession, my lord.
You give him a helicopter. Yes, please take down. Gradually, the scope of this public interest litigation has been enlarged. Next, we find that in the order dated 22nd September 2023, the inquiry by the court was confined to inter alia cremation facilities in the major towns of Meghalaya. Full stop. Now, it seems to be confined to cremation facilities for the indigenous, cremation facilities for members of the indigenous Khasi tribe who have not embraced Christianity, and Hindus throughout the state of Meghalaya. Paragraph. Upon hearing the learned Additional Advocate General Mr. Khan and Dr. N. Mozika, learned amicus curiae, appointed by this court in the matter, the following facts come to light. Next. Your report is 9th November. Government of Meghalaya.
Lordship is.
8 December 23.
8 December. Apologies. 8 December.
Yes. We looked at this one. But this is 9th November. It's 9th November.
Communication.
Communication was a secret, Lordship.
9th November. Undoubtedly, the report dated 9th November 2023 of the Directorate of Urban Affairs, Government of Meghalaya, mentions new electric hybrid crematorium set up in New Shillong, Tura, Joai, Nongpo. Post up. It also enumerates the ongoing projects at Silei Yo Kale, Nongstoin, Clear Tirshi Village, Joai, West Jaintia Hills, and Jhalupara in Shillong. The problem which persists, paragraph, the problem which persists,
My lord, may I just, but the 4 in the first page are still proposed, my lord, they have not been executed, my lord.
those four.
Those 4. my
Last
lord.
four, yes. Then ongoing project, then you write instead of ongoing proposed projects.
Sorry, my lord, the first 4, my lord, in the first page, New Shillong Township, Tura, Joai, and Nongpo, they are still under proposal stage, my lord. This is what this says, my lord. And then it lists where the construction is ongoing or which are completed, my lord. So these are only the proposed ones, my lord.
New Shillong, Tura, all these things.
All these are proposed, my lord. This has not been completed. Or the government advocate can clarify whether these are completed or not.
All right, please recast.
Undoubtedly, the report dated 9 November 2023 on the Directorate of Public Affairs, Government of Meghalaya mentions new hybrid crematorium set up in New Shillong,
Crematoriums which are
electric hybrid crematorium set up.
proposed to be set up. And thereafter,
The problem for the
no,
it also enumerates the proposed project as strictly not.
no, not proposed. The sanctioned projects. The sanctioned or completed projects. In those two places. Nongstoin, Jowai and Jalupara. Paragraph. The problem which still persists is that there are many points or places in this state from which there is no crematorium within reasonable distance. Full stop. The result is that the relatives of the dead are subject to the ordeal of carrying the dead body to long distances for cremation at considerable inconvenience and emotional distress. Secondly, the indigenous Khasis, although cremate, now cut out, although the indigenous Khasis cremate their dead bodies following more or less the same procedure as the Hindus, their rites and rituals accompanying this funeral are different and they want an altogether different crematorium for themselves. there may be quite a few who might have no objection to cremating their dead along with the Hindus in the same crematorium. Paragraph. Learned amicus curiae has indicated in some detail the task involved for him in terms of the earlier post-court orders and seeks some enabling directions to help him to comply with this order and to file a report in this court. Paragraph. Remuneration should be given. What is the level here? First of all, be direct. No, first of all, be direct that the learned amicus curiae be paid honorarium in the form of remuneration at the rate of rupees 50,000 per month by the state on and from with effect from 1st October 2024. Further, all costs and expenses incurred by the said officer shall be borne by the state. Learned AAG will ensure that the necessary formalities for payment of the above remuneration and charges the necessary approvals for payment of this and charges are obtained from the state. The Mr. Muzika will convene and hold an online meeting with all the district magistrates and deputy commissioners of the 12 districts in this state, wherein inter alia the district magistrates will be asked to make a fact-finding exercise through the BDO level and even lower, and apprise the amicus curiae of any point or place in a particular district where the crematorium, where a crematorium is not available within 10 kilometers. Whether where a crematorium or a ground for cremation for the dead, cremation of the dead is not available within 10 kilometers. The district magistrate, through the functionaries below him, shall hold meetings with members of the Khasi and Hindu community so as to persuade them to accept one place one crematorium or one place for cremation of the dead as for both the communities. Full stop. If necessary, the timings of cremation could be so separated so that at a particular period of time only dead bodies of a particular community are cremated, and at other time and on other and at other periods of time cremation of the other community is accomplished. The or the place for performance of religious rituals can be segregated so that one area is allocated for one community and the other for the other, and the rest for the other. This report from this data from the district magistrates should contain block-wise details and suggestions. In case there is a difference of opinion between the two communities with regard to sharing a crematorium or a place for cremation, or in relation to any other issue, the learned amicus curiae shall physically visit the district so as to ensure as far as possible that the two communities agree on some common procedure for disposal of the debt. Paragraph, on the basis of the report received from the learned amicus curiae, we propose to pass further directions in aid of this public interest litigation. We request the learned amicus curiae to file a report 3 months.
3 months.
One. By 28th February 2025.
Lordship, a small suggestion.
Yes, please.
The block development officer, while submitting report, Your Lordship, may also consider the population density in the area. I'm just giving a practical situation, Your Lordship. The direction is for Khasi and Hindu. There could be a situation in Karhals where there are no Khasi population.
No, but we are told it's only confined to Khasi cremations.
But that will require small correction, my lord. Khasi and Jaintia, my lord. Only wherever Khasi has come, the Jaintia can be included.
That area is important, Your Lordship, because we have in Garo Hills hardly any Khasis are there. So we'll have a situation here in Jawai where there won't be any Garos. So that may create problem where the block dimensioner will say there is no cemetery, but there is no population. So we may have a situation.
Please lift your microphone. We cannot hear.
No, Lordship, we may have a situation where in Garo Hills there will be very negligible Khasi population. Same thing could be in Jaintia Hills where there are hardly any Garo population. So considering only direction, Your Lordship, subject to further direction from the court, that the population concern should also be taken into account by the BDO.
Got it.
Subject to further direction, Your Lordship. In case the MK submit, then we have to take a call, we'll take a call. I'm not onto that, only on the issue of.
Got it. In the beginning, you include Khasi and Jaintia. And that district thing is concerned, you please add there that while indicating the presence of a crematorium or a place for cremation, while indicating whether a criminal place for cremation is within 10 kilometers of a particular point or place, the district magistrate or deputy commissioner shall also indicate the population density of that area.
Absolutely right.
Deeply.
Item number 2.
Yes.
Your Lordships, I appear on behalf of the state.
Appellant Corporation, my lord.
Yes.
I
Corporation,
appear on behalf of the appellant corporation, Your Lordship. This is a tender dispute where the learned single judge has been pleased to set aside a work order awarded through
Where are you located?
Your Lordship, I'm located in Delhi.
You come and do it physically here.
I'll come and do it physically, Your Lordship. I'll come and do it physically.
If there is some great difficulty, you can do it online. But otherwise, our tradition is physical appearance of lawyers.
Yes, yes. I'll come physically.
When?
Your Lordship may have it immediately after.
What is
the-
this matter about? Let us hear what is the stage.
Yes. What has happened, Your Lordship, is this, that the appellant corporation before Your Lordship had floated a tender for construction of an indoor stadium. There were 5 participating bidders, 4 of whom made an identical bid, which was equivalent to the minimum estimated value disclosed in the tender document. The unsuccessful bidder had made a bid which was merely 1 rupee 34 paisa above the remaining 4 bidders. On the basis of the principle of lowest bidder, the contract was awarded to the lowest tenderer after 3 of the 4 identically placed bidders resigned from the tendering process. So there was only one L1, and on that basis, the tender was awarded. What has happened now is that the learned single judge, after evaluating the challenge of the writ petitioner, has found that this is a case where perhaps an element of cartelization has crept into the tendering process, rendering the decision-making process to be infirm and arbitrary. And therefore, that has compelled the writ court to intervene in the matter and set aside the work order. Now, there are 2 aspects fundamentally, Your Lordship. One,
Who had preferred the writ petition?
it was the unsuccessful bidder. Unsuccessful bidder had
The
preferred
second or the third?
Second.
What was the difference in the offer?
The difference was merely a rupee 34 paisa. There was no difference virtually, but there was a difference, so to say, mathematically, of a rupee.
No, but was there any technical round?
Yes, there was a technical round, and all the 5 bidders were technically qualified.
Okay.
4 gave the same bid, and 3 backed out, which left the successful tenderer and the writ petitioner before the writ court. So the gap was only 1 rupee, but the tendering committee found that to be sufficient to award it to the L1 bidder. However, since the learned writ court was of the opinion that this appears to be some kind of cartelization, since the bid amount given by 4 bidders was identical, there were some familial relationships between the parties, that gave the impression to the writ court that there was a cartelization of sorts that had happened, which compelled the writ court to intervene. Our endeavor will be to demonstrate to your lordships that the corporation followed all the norms that were set out in the tender and ultimately awarded the bid only to the lowest tenderer, who was technically qualified. And works had commenced thereafter.
The highest tenderer has not preferred any appeal?
yes, the second item, Your
Yes,
Lordship.
that's
The second
item
item.
3.
The next item, my lord.
Works had commenced under the tender.
So this is at the admission stage or hearing stage?
Orders, my lord. Because we have arrayed the other respondents, so we have taken steps as per the last order. So, my lord, notice have been received by 2 respondents. The third respondent, we don't have any information yet, my lord.
Who are the other tenderers?
My lord.
Lordship, to my information, Lordship, they are not interested to take part in this petition then.
That will not do. You have to send them notice. Have they been implemented as parties?
My lord.
They were parties in the writ.
My lord.
So they have to be parties here also.
My lord, we have made him a party. We have taken steps also. So 2 of them has received, whereas the third respondent, the information has not come yet, my lord.
Lordship, the three tenderers never took
No,
part.
this appeal is appearing in the list for the first time today.
No, my lord.
No, this has come up before. Your lordships were pleased to issue notice, and notice remains unserved on respondent number 3. Not unserved, we do not have the service report in respect of respondent number 3 in appeal 1, which is item 2.
So let this process of service of notice be completed.
As your lordship deems appropriate. And I'll come physically to address your lordships.
Lord, I may just indicate, my lord, one of the parties on whom, my lord, the notice is awaited till date, he did not take part in the proceeding before the learned single judge.
But you
Yes,
have
but-
presented, you have to
yes.
serve a notice.
So if the appellants take fresh service on the remaining respondent,
Whatever.
No, Lordship, as to my information, the notice have been received. Let this court wait for the next date. It will come.
That is the AD card information says they have
They have
received, so
taken
we're
note of
waiting
them.
for them to appear. That is the stage. We have taken steps, they have received it. We are yet to have them appear before this honorable court, my lord.
the lordship subject
What is the value of the tender?
Lordship, this is around 2.87 crores. 2.87
What is
crores.
the nature of the work?
It's an indoor sports stadium.
Wait, here, Chilam.
No, Lordship, Mawson Ram.
You have already issued the work order.
Yes, your lordship. The work order was awarded on 15th of February 24 and works had commenced pursuant to the work order. But the learned single judge has been pleased to set aside that work order. So presently no works are going on. An interim order was passed by the learned single judge that it will be subject to outcome of the writ petition. And as it transpired, the writ petition was allowed, the work order was set aside. So certain works had started, like excavation and earth leveling works had started at the instance of the contractor who was awarded the bid by the appellant corporation.
When was this order passed?
This order was passed on 7th June 24.
7th February.
June.
June, my lord.
The
7th
order
June
of the learned
2024.
single judge. The order of the learned single judge is 7th June. The work order is of 15th February 24. Nearly a year. 8 months.
Uh, 7th June.
My lord,
Yes,
the
that's the order of the
7th June.
learned single judge.
It is better we hear out the appeal. And you come when the appeal is being heard out. Because
Yes, Your
because this work order is already stayed from 7th June for 6 months.
Correct, Your Lordship. If Your Lordship
There
is
is
accommodating
no
me-
scope of any interim order now.
Yes, certainly not. I'm not pressing out for any interim order because it would only create equities perhaps.
So instead of service of notice, we will say you serve the paper books. You prepare an informal paper book.
Certainly, Your Lordship. And if Your Lordship could accommodate me on the 13th or the 14th of November, I'll physically be there before your lordship.
Yes, and you argue out the appeal.
Yes, I'll argue out the appeal.
Well, we waive this formality, let them prepare a paperwork and serve it to everybody and get out the appeal. Yes, please take down. We formally admit this appeal from a judgment and order of the learned single judge, allowing the writ petition by cancellation, by allowing the writ petition on 7 June 2024, by cancellation of the work order issued by Meghalaya Power Generation Corporation Limited, bracket MEPDCL, on 15th February 2024. Full stop. The work order was in relation to construction of a stadium where in which place?
Mawson Ram, Lordship.
East Khasiels
East
district.
Khasiels.
In this state. Two appeals have been preferred, one by MEP DCL and the other by the
Successful bidder.
Successful bidder.
yes, by the successful bidder Taibin Wajri. Paragraph. We find that the impugned judgment and order was made on
7
June 2024. From that date, from or about that date, as submitted by your Mr. Kumar.
Shaurya Sahai. S. Sahai.
Sorry?
Shaurya Sahai.
Yes, as submitted by Mr. Sahai, learned advocate for the appellant. All work for construction of the stadium has stopped. Full stop. Since all work has stopped for now almost 6 months, we do not think there is scope of any interim order now. Staying the impugned order and reviving the work order dated 15th February 2024, paragraph. Instead, we expedite hearing of the appeal advocate on record for the appellant will file this one, right? Transmission of lower court records is dispensed with for the time being, Full stop. If necessary, we shall call for the records at a later point of time. Next. Issuance and service of notice of appeal may be kept in abeyance subject to service of the paper books as directed below. Then advocate on record for the appellant will file an informal paper book in this court. When do you want to do the matter?
Lordship may accommodate me on 13th or 14th of November if it's convenient to your Lordship.
You'll be able to file the paper book by then.
My lord, there won't be any requirement for lower court records of paper book, my lord, because this is not a criminal case, my lord. So there's no lower court record in this case.
Yes?
There is no lower court record here, my lord. Lordship has.
Oh, sorry.
My lord,
This intra
my lord,
appeal.
yes. So I don't think so that.
Yes.
However, my lord, if paper
File the
book
writ petition.
compilations, we can do that, my lord.
Yes, informal paper book by, you can do it by 2 weeks.
My lord, subject to the convenience of my colleague,
yes.
if he is
Lordship,
convenient,
because
we can work together, my lord, on that. 2 weeks.
You will prepare the paper book and file it, nothing to do with the department,
We will do that, my lord.
nothing to do with the registry.
No, my lord, paper
You
book.
will prepare an index.
My lord, we will do that.
And yes, the material papers
My lord.
for the convenience of the judges. That's
My
all.
lord, we will do that.
Other papers are here.
My lord.
Yeah.
Other records are there, my lord.
May I just, if subject to my correction, Lordship, I think Lordship, paper book is not needed because every details of papers are here. They have annexed.
What every details of papers are here. You know what the appeal court is the highest court.
Lordship.
You do it, then you will learn.
I'm sorry.
Lordship will do the needful.
It is not the job of the appeal court to go through file 1, 2, 3, 4 and keep on browsing papers.
Lordship.
There should be a kind of a paper book, index should be there, your petition, affidavit, reply,
My lord.
judgment under appeal, memorandum of appeal, and the annexures, so that it is page 1, 2, 3, 4, the court can quickly go through it. That is the value.
Yes, it's already there. That's why.
Lordship may accommodate me then on 20th and 21st. I'll get another.
In that case, 20th, we are outstation lawyers. 13th is otherwise
13 November.
13th November.
How we are just 2 weeks from 13 November now, or 3 weeks. You will be able to file the paper book.
I am for the respondent in the case. They will be filing they're saying that they will be able to file it by 2 weeks.
3rd week of November.
27th.
Yes.
It's not. 27th. If my learned senior is.
Or
20.
Or on 26th of November, my lord, if it is.
Yes,
good.
yes. 26th also.
I'll file an informal paper book by 14th. Copies of the paper book should be served on the respondents at least 7 days before the date of hearing of the appeal. List on 26th.
Grateful.
Deeply available.
Item number 4.
1 minute, please. One minute. Where you call, madam?
My
There
lord,
can be one paper book for both the appeals.
no, my lord, in the next appeal, we are respondent.
So what?
So my friend is.
Their paper
So
book
we
will
will
cover.
rely on both, my
Their
lord.
paper book will cover your appeal
Yeah, my
also.
lord, we will rely on. We will
You have to file another paper
the
book.
first one.
You write there the paper book in WA 36/2024 will also cover the appeal WA 38/2024. Finished.
Yes.
Item number 4.
Great.
May it please, Lordship.
Yes, please.
Your Lordship, I'm praying for short accommodation, Your Lordship, in this matter, as the conducting counsel is on leave, Your Lordship.
Sorry, on?
The conducting counsel, Mr. K.C.H. Gautam, is on leave, Your Lordship. I'm praying for short accommodation, Your Lordship.
You are for the petitioner?
And for the appellant, Your Lordship. This is a writ appeal.
Well, who's for the respondent?
My lord, I am for the respondent.
You have no objection?
No objection, my lord.
When?
Your Lordship, after 2 weeks, Your Lordship.
Give the date. By consent of learned counsel for the parties, this appeal is adjourned till when?
Your Lordship, any date after 2 weeks.
Any date, please choose the date. Any date is left to you.
Lord, let it,
Yes?
it may come on the 14th, my lord.
Can't find out. All dates are inconvenient. Yes, please?
My lord, it may be listed on the 14th, subject to convenience of lordships, my lord.
14 November.
Obliged, Lordship. Item number 5.
May I please, Your Lordship? A writ appeal.
Yes.
May it please, Your Lordship.
Yes.
Your Lordship, I'm praying for some accommodation for today, Your Lordship. The conducting counsel, Ms. N.G. Shilla, Your Lordship, for the state respondent is not available today, Your Lordship. She had some personal difficulties, Your Lordship.
Yes, please.
My lord, my only humble request, my lord, this matter may be very urgent, my lord. Maybe fix on Monday, my lord.
What is this appeal about?
My lord, this is about this service matter, my lord. I was appointed in the year 1988, my lord, as motor mechanic at William Nagar, my lord. Thereafter, immediately after my appointment, the state respondent has directed me to file school certificate for recording of his correct date of birth in my service record. And accordingly, I have approached the school at class 7 passed out. So that certificate I have submitted before the state respondent, and the state respondent thereafter has recorded 2 date of birth. One is 1964, only the year. The another is my actual and correct. They have recorded 24th January 1967.
When?
My lord?
When?
My lord, during the same year, my lord, after my appointment.
May it please, Lordship. Your Lordship, there was no order by any competent authority for him to change his date of birth, Your Lordship. Initially, when he had joined the post, Your Lordship,
We are asking him, you wait, we know what.
My lord.
When you obtain this change?
My lord, this instant case is not a case for change of date of birth, my lord. May I please, Your Lordship, I'll just debrief facts, my lord. After the
When your
appointment,
school,
my lord, yes, my lord.
when did your school issue this certificate?
School certificate, my lord, after I appointed, my lord.
When?
My lord. I was appointed on 3rd March 1988, my lord. And the school certificate dated, my lord, 9/3, my lord. Immediately after my appointment, the state respondent requested me to submit school certificate. Since I have class 7 passed out, I immediately went to the school headmaster, and headmaster has issued the certificate on 9/3/1988, and accordingly I have submitted, and that is the admitted position of the respondent, my lord. The school certificate was submitted.
In 1988?
Yes, my lord. School certificate was submitted. This instant case is not a case for change of date of birth or correction of date of birth, my lord.
But how come your date of birth of 1964 remained in the
My lord, that respondent has to reply in the writ proceeding. With regard to the same amendment, there is no reply to the recording of 2 date of birth, my lord. I only came to know there is no occasion for me to...
The problem is that if near retirement,
Yes, my lord.
time of retirement,
have-
you are 64 means you are retiring this year.
My lord, 67. Yes, retiring next year, my lord. Yes,
What is recorded in the government record?
my lord, in government record, my lord, in service book,
recorded 1964 and my original date of
That
birth.
is 60 years. You are retiring this year.
My lord, I have already been retired by holding 1964 as my date of birth.
Yes.
I have already been retired, my lord. So they have already released me.
So any claim that your date of birth was wrongly recorded, etc., at or about the time of retirement or on the eve of retirement is viewed very suspiciously by the court.
My lord, the occasion for raising the issue was never arise. They have put down a notice in the.
No, what did you do from 1988 to 2024?
I'll continuous in my service, my lord.
You knew that your date of birth has not been recorded?
Yes, my lord. My lord, time and again they have issued the service ID card. Time and again issued service ID card. In the service ID card, my original date of birth.
If in 1988 itself you had lost your school certificate,
Yes, my lord.
why did it take you time up to retirement to wake up?
My lord, why this issue raised?
Anyway, you come back on Monday. Monday.
Yes, my lord. Yes.
On the prayer of learned advocate for the respondent,
For the state respondent, Your Lordship.
state respondent.
Yes,
Yes,
my
Your
lord.
Lordship.
Steve.
You are the principal respondent.
My lord, AG is there, my lord. Accountant General, my lord.
The
Respondent.
Accountant General.
Accountant General, my lord.
On the state respondent, this appeal is adjourned for the day.
My lord.
Right, Your Lordship.
Highly
Obliged,
obliged.
Lordship.
You go through that.
My lord.
The 1988 issued, received by the employer. How was it received? What is the evidence of receipt? And why you took no steps for recording that?
My lord, just small, my lord. I have submitted, they have admitted, the respondent had admitted that in the year 1988, when he was appointed, he submitted his school certificate dated 9/3/1988. But only difficulty is, only slightly irregularity is, there is no order from the competent authority. That was done by the state. The state could have, at that point of time, issued a proper order, my lord, on that. And I was continuously in my service. Time and again, they have issued service ID card, wherein it is reflected 24th January 1967. My lord, yes, my lord. DP obliged, my lord.
Obliged.
Yes,